Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Rags to Riches. We're going to get right back into it here today because we have a lot of stuff to do. As usual, been pretty busy lately. A lot of different things on the go here, but yeah, I think the first thing we're going to do today is get started on our grass harvest. We'll get some more silage made here. But I just want to run over here and I just want to check on our TMR status. Okay, so our barn is full and our trailer is still mostly full, so we're doing pretty good on TMR for the moment here, but I just want to check in our bale shed and see kind of what we have for different bales, because I want to double check just to kind of make sure that silage is the next thing that we're going to do, and we're not going to run out of hay. And I also think we have enough silage bales. We can probably do a sale again, and that'll help us get a little bit more money in the bank here. Okay, so looking at our bales here, I think we're going to be okay. We are getting a little bit low on hay. We have 10 round hay bales that are 9,000 liters each, and then 19 square hay bales that are 8,000 liters each. So I think we go through about 4 per month, and we're going to need like another 4 months to get through if we do hay on our second grass harvest of the year. But we have, 29 bales, so that should be plenty to get us through, I believe, although it's going to be a little bit tight. But I think that's going to be okay. But we also have 90 silage bales still at 6,000 liters each. So yeah, we still have a ton of silage. So it might almost be the smarter thing to do a hay harvest first thing and get that restocked. But because I think we are going to have enough hay to last us through to the next harvest, I think we're going to be better off doing another harvest of silage for this first one. And then we can sell a lot of these extra bales. Because that's going to be some pretty good money, and going to restock our bank account because we are down to $12,000, so we're getting a little bit low here. So that's probably going to be the easiest way to kind of restock our funds here. But let me just go check on our cows as well, because I have been feeding these guys quite a bit of hay, which is kind of why, or one of the main reasons I think that our hay is getting pretty low here. But they still have some meadow here. They are out of food, but yeah, they still have a little bit of meadow, and we will... still have a little bit of extra hay, I believe, and we can also feed these guys silage if we want to as well. So yeah, I think we're going to be fine there. So there was just a couple other things I wanted to check on. I can't remember the last time I checked on our poplar. Okay, this thing has advanced to grow state here. So I think we need to do another round of fertilization here. And then I also just want to kind of check on these olives. I think it was this month that I tried to fertilize them last time, but I can't remember for sure now. It's been a couple days since I played here. So I just kind of want to run over here and check on the growth state of these guys and see if we can fertilize these ones again as well. No, they're still in that first out of 9 growth state. So yeah, I don't think we can do those ones again, but we should be able to do this poplar here. So I'll jump in the AgroStar and we will head down there and do that quickly. Shouldn't take very long to do that field. Okay, so we are basically at this field. I'm just going to go in here really slowly to start because I can't remember for sure if we are going to crush the crops at this stage. Okay, no, looks like we're still good. Although these big ones might get squished. Because this is where I ran over the crop last time, where it got set back and then it wasn't ready to harvest. But if we drive over these, did that destroy that? I think it did. No? Okay, maybe not. So why did it get destroyed last time? That's a little strange to me. But I guess it doesn't really matter. We should be fine to get all this fertilized here, so I'll just do that quickly. And then we will head over and start on our grass harvest. Okay, looks like our poplar is fully fertilized there. So yeah, that didn't take very long at all. So I will just head back down, drop this thing off again. And I think I'm going to grab the new Vulture there. the blue one, and we'll take that down and hook that one up to the mower. And I think I'm just going to get a worker started mowing that grass because I want to run down to the woodlot and check on our sawmill there. It might be starting to get a little bit low. I think we're probably going to be fine, but I did want to go back and double check on that tree because last time I couldn't get that one. There's an extra tree sitting there in the trigger, and for whatever reason I couldn't get it to accept it. So I'm going to head back down there and try to play around with that a little bit more and try to get that log accepted in there, and then we'll see what the level is at. I might drag another tree or two down there just to make sure that thing's not going to run out. And that'll let me kill a little bit of time while the worker mows that grass, and then I can come along in behind and get it all baled and wrapped. And then we do still have to plant that big soybean field this month as well. So that'll kind of come after that, I believe. Okay, that can stay there, and we will jump into this guy. We'll unhook from the cedar there. And we'll head down to the grass shed and get hooked up to our mower. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this bale trailer out of here just because it's kind of in the way. And I am going to use that here again in a second because depending on how long we spend at the woodlot there, I might actually try to sell some of those silage bales while this worker is mowing as well. So we are going to need that trailer again in a second here, but we'll get hooked up to this mower first. All right, we'll get this unfolded and let's get a worker activated on here. I think I'm going to get him to do 2 headlands just to make things a little bit easier. And yeah, that should be fine there. So we'll let this worker get going here. And yeah, I did look into these weeds a little bit more after the last episode. And yeah, I definitely screwed up by spraying these ones. We do get a little bit of a yield penalty here. I mean, it's better than not spraying them at all, but it would have definitely been better to use the hoe on these ones. But I think I will explain that a little bit more later on because we're going to spray this soybean field after we get planted as well. And I will kind of explain a little bit more of the testing I did on that once we get over there. But yeah, for now, let's hop down to our woodlot. And yeah, let's check on this sawmill. Oh, that tree got accepted finally. That's good to know. I don't know when that happened. But yeah, we're still at 112,000 liters in here. So yeah, we're actually doing pretty good. So we don't really need to do anything else down here for the moment. So actually, I guess I'm going to grab this Vultra since it is faster than the AgroStar. That's going to be a better one to use to sell our bales because it has quite a bit higher top speed. So I'll use this one, drive down and pick up that bale trailer and head back to the yard, and we'll start loading up some of those silage bales. We're not going to sell quite all of them because we will need to keep a couple in reserve just to get us through until next month when the new silage bales are actually fermented. But we can sell most of them because yeah, we only use like I think 4, maybe 5 per month. So I might just leave like 10 in reserve or something, and that should be plenty to get us through. And then, yeah, that means we can sell like 80 silage bales. So that's actually going to be a fairly significant sale, I think. So yeah, it should get us a little bit more money in the bank. So we'll grab this trailer here. I'll run down to the yard. I'm probably going to repair this tractor as well while I'm there because, yeah, we're starting to get a little bit of damage on it. And then we might as well refuel it while we're there as well. Get her all ready to go, and then we'll start doing a few trips. I haven't checked what the prices are yet to see what the best place is, but I mean, silage prices don't change all that much anyway between places usually, so. I think the farmer's market's probably slightly closer than the animal dealer, but I'm not 100% sure actually. But it'll be one of those 2 places that we go to. So yeah, that's going to be $1,100 to repair the Vultra. Might as well repair the wagon while we're here too. That's only $29. So, so Yeah, the animal dealer actually has the best price. I mean, they're all fairly similar, but we might as well get that little bit extra. And it's actually slightly closer than the farmer's market as well. Not that 37 meters makes a ton of difference, but yeah, the animal dealer is easy enough to get to, so should be fine. Oh man, couldn't find the trigger there. I've got all the trigger markers turned off because I was taking screenshots and I didn't want them in there. But I might have to go turn them back on here in a second because sometimes these triggers are a little bit hard to find. So we can only take out 25 bales at a time, but that's fine because our wagon can only hold 14 at a time. So we'll get those out of there. And yeah, I guess we'll just start loading them up and ferrying them over to the animal market there, or the animal dealer. And by the time we're done this, I imagine the worker's probably going to be done mowing, and then yeah, we can go start baling and wrapping the next round of silage. Okay, we got all of those silage bales sold, or well, not all of them. I left 7 in reserve in the shed there, which is cutting it a little bit close, but I think that's going to be fine. Because like I said before, our barn was pretty much full of food, and our mixing wagon was pretty much full of food, so I mean, we should actually have enough TMR to last us until tomorrow already. So then we really only need to mix up like one more load before the next batch of silage bales are going to be ready. So I think we're going to be just fine. But something weird happened there. I'm not quite sure what the issue is, but it kind of seemed like it got ripped off on a couple of those loads. Because yeah, there was one where it looked like the all I got for it was like $8,000, and there was another one where it only gave me like 18,000. And all those loads should have been the same price, or pretty close to, as far as I can tell, because they all should have been the same volume bales. Like at first I thought maybe I had some bales that were like not full size, but the way that shed works, like I only pulled out the one size because it separates. Like if you have any partial bales, it will kind of list them in their own category. So I don't think it's possible that I could have pulled out different sizes, because I kind of all did them all at the kind of same time there. So yeah, they all should have been the same volume, and they were all 14 bale loads, other than that last load. But while I was doing that, the worker did finish mowing, and then I got him on the windrower there, doing our rows here. So yeah, I think we are ready to start baling here. So let's just double check. Okay, we're on the right size, the 220s. And it looks like we have lots of silage additive and twine left still. So I think we are good to go to start baling here. So I don't know. I'm going to go look at the edit and kind of make sure that I didn't make a mistake somewhere. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I got ripped off there in a couple. So I might look in the edit, and if there is like a discrepancy there, I might just go and like edit in. Like I'll do the calculations for like how much the price was and how many bales it seemed to miss there. And I might just like add in a little bit of extra cash in the XML there. Not that it's really going to make a big difference at this point in the game. I think it's like $30,000 or so that it kind of ripped me off, I think. But it's just kind of the principle of thing at this point. It's definitely not going to bankrupt us missing out on that money. But yeah, if that's missing out on money just because of like a bug or a glitch or something, then yeah, I will just kind of add it back into the bank balance. But I'm not going to do that yet. I'm definitely going to go check in the edit first before we do that, and make sure that I'm not imagining things, or like it wasn't my mistake or anything like that. But yeah, if it was just a glitch or whatever, yeah, I will add in that little bit of extra money. Okay, we got all those bales done. Everything is baled up and wrapped. It went pretty smoothly. So I'm not too worried about picking these up right at the moment. We can probably just leave them here for now. I'll probably pick them up next month. But they can just sit there for now. So yeah, I guess next thing on the agenda is going to be to get this soybean field planted. So I'm going to run down here. I'm going to repair and refuel this tractor, and then we'll get hooked up to that seeder. I think I'm going to have to go get more liquid fertilizer as well for that. So we might have to make a quick trip to the store. But yeah, other than that, we are almost ready to start seeding there. So we'll just come over here. It's going to be almost 1,300 to repair that tractor. So yeah, it's a good thing we sold that silage, because we'd be getting pretty low on funds without that. Although I guess we have other products and stuff we could sell if we really needed to, but that silage was a pretty easy way to get some more cash in the bank. Even though I'm still kind of perturbed that we seem to have been ripped off there by the animal dealer a little bit. Hopefully that was actually just a glitch and I'm not just going crazy there, but yeah, pretty sure it didn't quite calculate all the bales that we put in there. So it will just run over here. We'll get hooked up to the seeder here. I also, oh yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that snow. If I seed over that, is that going to disappear? We might have to do something with that. Like, I'm pretty sure I could just hook up to the snowblower and kind of blow it, make it disappear like we did before, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But I also think like maybe once we like seed through that, it'll just disappear, but I'm pretty sure I could also get rid of it with just like using the smoothing tool as well, but we'll see. This thing is not very damaged, but I'm just going to repair it anyway. Just because. Yeah, it's only $41 worth of damage there, so that's not too bad. Oh, and I just noticed that we have a little bit of rain in the forecast for later on, so let's check what our forecast says and see what time that's supposed to start. Okay, that's not till later this evening, 7 p.m., so we definitely have a little bit of time. Shouldn't really have to worry about that. But yeah, we do need to top up on liquid fertilizer here. So I'll just run down to the store. And we'll get a couple more pallets of that and get this thing topped up. I feel like there's probably not going to be enough to get through this entire field. But we will see. What is this? Is this still liquid fertilizer? Yeah, I think it is. Because I did the blue label for fertilizer and the red label for herbicide, I think. So yeah, we'll just get this topped up. I still haven't quite decided what I want to do for like an extra fertilizer tank around the farm or whatever. I did test in the test game with one of those little tankers, like the one that I used to transport our milk. I like this one that's just on my left that we're going to drive by right here, because you can put herbicide and liquid fertilizer in these tanks too. So I was kind of I was curious if I could hook up one of those to the back of this seeder and just have extra capacity like that, but it didn't seem to work. It's not the right kind of hitch, I guess. So I can't really do that, although I was still thinking about getting one of those. And then we could just have another tractor that just kind of pulls that along to whichever field we're seeding at. And then we could just kind of refill from that trailer. That might make things pretty easy as well. So yeah, that is an option I was thinking about. I think it would be a little bit more expensive than just buying like an on-site tank, but I mean, it would have the advantage of being able to move it to wherever we need it instead of having it in a fixed location at the farm here. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that yet. I'm still kind of thinking about it, but I think we will get through this seeding just going down to the store, since we have pallets we need to use up there anyway. And then I'm probably going to try to decide something by the time we see the canola and the barley again. Although I guess those are going to use a different planter. So yeah, we might not have to worry about it then either. Although once we spray those fields, I do want to get something to be able to hold herbicide as well. So yeah, we will have to see. So I think I am going to do 2 headlands for this one, just because it makes the turning around a little bit easier. Make sure we get our soybeans selected here. And I'm not quite sure if we're going to have enough soybeans to get through this whole field as well, but we do still have a seed container on the farm here, so it's not going to be a big deal to top that back up if we need to. It's just going to be a little bit of a pain to go down to the store to refill liquid fertilizer if we run out. But it still shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I guess I will do this thing properly. A couple people have pointed out that ideally you really should do the up and down rows first and then do the headlands last, so it kind of plows over your tire marks and everything. And then you're not driving over the seeded areas the whole time you're turning around. Definitely the proper way to do it, but I don't know, for some reason I don't know, I just kind of find it more satisfying to do the outside first. And it's not really, or it doesn't really make a difference at the end of the day in this game, but I mean, I guess we could do it properly here. So we'll just get this thing fired up, and I think we should just be able to lower it down. Oh, see, it did that thing again. It's definitely not moving backwards, but yeah, you activate the line, and then as soon as you start going, it deactivates it. Very strange. It's not a big deal if I notice right away, but sometimes I don't notice, and then it just kind of starts drifting off the line, so. But yeah, we will, let's just set the cruise here. And this should make a big difference with this seeder, because this field was taking quite a long time to do with that previous one. But we now have double the working width. I think it's the same speed though, if I remember correctly, or maybe slightly faster, but yeah, with double the working width, should be able to do it in half the time, so. Yeah, it shouldn't take very long to do this. The only really question mark is what's going to happen with that snow when we get to that, but we'll deal with that when we have to. I'm still kind of holding out hope that just like plowing or like seeding over it will just make it disappear, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, I guess this should go pretty smoothly. Should go pretty quick. We might have to make a trip down to the store to refill liquid fertilizer, but other than that, I will just get this field seeded up here, and then we'll have to come in again afterwards and get it sprayed. Because yeah, if you are going to use that sprayer, it does seem to be best to spray it directly after seeding. You don't want to wait until the weeds are actually growing to spray it. But yeah, once I get going with the sprayer, I will explain that a little bit more. But yeah, once you do have weeds, it's best to do it with the hoe. Because even if you kill the weeds, having those withered weeds in there will still affect your yield a little bit. But yeah, I will just get this field finished up here. Okay, we got her all done. All the soybeans are in the ground. We did have to go top up with the liquid fertilizer, but didn't have to get any more seeds. That was enough there, so yeah, it wasn't too bad. Definitely makes that field quite a bit better, or quite a bit faster, but I mean, it's definitely still not fast. It still takes a little while because that is a pretty big field. So I am just going to go and repair this stuff again. Just trying to keep on top of it, and then I think I'm going to wash this stuff down too as well, because this thing is pretty dirty, and that might be the last time I use it this year. Yeah, because the next two are going to be like canola and barley, and that uses the seeder instead of the planter. So yeah, off the top of my head, I don't think we're going to need to use this thing again this year, so might as well get it all cleaned up before we put it away here. And yeah, that did take care of that snow as I went over. Kind of thought it would, but you never know. But yeah, just drove over and it disappeared. Kind of funny that that's still a bug that's in this game, that the snow, if it's piled up, just never melts, even though it's plus 18. And we've had plus temperatures for a couple months now, and I still had a pile of snow there sitting there. But okay, we're all cleaned up here. But yeah, snow wasn't really a big deal, and yeah, we just managed to cultivate right through it and it went away, so no big deal there. So I'll just go park this thing, and then we're going to hop in the sprayer, and we are going to get that field sprayed right away, because yeah, definitely want to take care of that before the weeds start growing, because it should be quite a bit faster to do the spraying of that field with that big sprayer than having to take care of those weeds with the hoe. But we definitely want to get the weeds taken care of before they start growing, because then we will have to use the hoe, or we will get a yield penalty. Yeah, so I guess I will just kind of explain that. You can see right now the yield bonus in the bottom right there says 75%, and that will go up again if we get another fertilizer state in here, but I think just weeding that is actually going to increase our fertilizer state as well. Or not the fertilizer state, but the yield bonus. So yeah, I just want to, we're going to jump over here for a second. So you can see down in this field, the yield bonus is 85%, because you can still see these withered weeds in here. I did spray them, so they are dead, but they are still affecting our yield. So it's actually kind of interesting. If I move around, there's certain spots where it will say, yeah, like right, where was that? Right there. It will jump up to like 95%. But overall, I think it's definitely going to reduce our yield. And yeah, that's just because there's still like the dead weeds in there because they started growing and then I killed them afterwards. Whereas if you spray them right away before they start growing, like we should have a 95% yield bonus on this field. So we are missing out on like 10% because I did that. So if I had gone through with the hoe, because the hoe actually removes the weeds instead of just killing them and leaving them standing there, that would have gone up to 95%. But yeah, I kind of screwed that one up. I think just because I was kind of excited to use that sprayer there. But yeah, if I had used the hoe on these fields, we would get a better yield bonus, but at least we know for next time. And the other ones should be fine, because on these fields down here, we just pop down there. Yeah, you can see these ones are 95% and there's no weeds at all. That's because I sprayed these ones directly after planting before the weeds actually got going. So yeah, then we get full yield bonus. I mean, it's not 100% because I haven't rolled this field, but yeah, at least the weeds aren't affecting it at all. Yeah, in the future, we either have to spray right after seeding before the weeds start growing, or we have to use the hoe if we forget and the weeds actually get going, because then the hoe will fully remove them and we will still get the full yield bonus there. So I'm not sure how much, oh wow, that second row is way over here. So we'll kind of do the same thing again. We'll do the insides first. It shouldn't take very long, hopefully. With this big sprayer, you can see like how wide it is. It's only going to take like, I don't know, 3 or 4 passes to get over this whole field. So it shouldn't take very long, but I'm not 100% sure if we're going to have enough herbicide. I kind of feel like we might not, so we might have to make another trip down to the store quickly to refill at some point. But other than that, I think we are good to start going here. So yeah, we'll just get her turned on and get all of our herbicide on the ground here, get these things sprayed and get those weeds out of there. And then, yeah, we'll have to do one more fertilizer application next month. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to do that with the sprayer. We might be able to switch it out for liquid fertilizer and do that, or we can just continue to use the solid fertilizer for the second application and mainly use this thing for the herbicide. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this shouldn't take very long, so I'll just get this field sprayed here. Oh, and then the other thing, I did test it before anybody asks. Once the weeds are sprayed and they're sitting there just withered and dead, you can't go back and hoe them afterwards. I definitely did try that. I was thinking, well, maybe they're dead. Maybe the hoe will still work and we can get that yield bonus back. But yeah, that was not the case, unfortunately. Once they're sprayed and dead, that's all she wrote. So unfortunately for this year, we will have to deal with a reduced yield for those sunflower fields. But at least we know, and next year we can do it properly. Okay, we got everything sprayed there. So we'll just get that thing parked again. And let's go check this field. Okay, so it still only says 75% yield bonus, so I guess it doesn't start to reduce it until the weeds actually start growing. But yeah, then once they do start growing, the only way to get it back is to actually physically remove them with the hoe. So yeah, we'll just keep that in mind for the future there. We almost would have had enough herbicide to get through that whole thing. If I had topped it up at the beginning, we would have been able to do it, no problem. But yeah, just had to make a quick trip down to the store to restock there, so no big deal. I'm just going to run over here quickly and restart this tractor dumping because the barn's probably starting to get a little bit low. Actually not doing too bad, but might as well get her dumped anyway. So just got to fire this tractor up. What's going on here? Why won't it dump? Oh, there we go. I don't know what was going on there. I was pressing the button, but it just wasn't working. Okay, well, those buffaloes should be good. How much milk do we have in here now? Okay, we're back up to 2,500 liters of buffalo milk. I just want to run over here and check on how these dairies are doing because I can't quite remember. Was it this month or last month that we put milk in? I think it was last month, right? Pretty sure that was like the last thing I did in the last month was top these things up. So yeah, we still have milk, but it has gone down a little bit, but we've almost got a pallet of motts out there, and same thing for here. So yeah, we will have to go and top those up again this month, and then we'll also be able to go and get some goat milk into the other dairy and switch that production to bottling goat milk instead of making mozzarella. So yeah, I just want to run over here quickly and double check on all of our other stuff. Oh, and somebody else asked me about chickens, and yeah, I am kind of thinking I might put some chickens back in that lot there with the new dairies. I want to get the bakery in there first, but yeah, then once we have a bakery, it might be nice to have chickens because then we could maybe start making cake. I'm not sure. I think we need some other ingredients for that as well, so I'm not 100% sure, but Yeah, greenhouses are still doing decent for water. Probably have to top those up again next month. Goats still have food and meadow, so they're doing pretty good. How's our oil mill doing? Okay, so we are, so we're not doing too bad. Still making some canola oil, but we are, yeah, that's right. We ran out of barley in the last episode there, so is this thing still running? No active productions. It still sounds like it's making noise there, but I thought I had shut down the production because otherwise we still get charged for that, right? Okay, so yeah, everything is shut down. Not trying to run because yeah, I think you still get like charged the production costs even if it's out of materials. But yeah, I did shut it down, so I don't know why it sounds like it's still running there, but who knows. So yeah, everything else is pretty good, and yeah, probably gonna we'll get some more chickens again here soon. We'll probably put them down on that lot by where the new dairies are, but yeah, I think that is gonna do it for this episode because I am pretty much out of time to record here. So yeah, we did make some pretty good progress though. We got our silage done, got a silage sale done, and got our big soybean field seeded and sprayed. Got our poplar field fertilized, so yeah, we have to do another round of fertilization on the soybeans next month, and then one of these days try and finish off the fertilization on those olives whenever they happen to advance a growth state and we can actually do that. But yeah, that was most of the stuff we needed to get done for the spring here, so other than that, oh, we'll have to do another round of fertilization on that grass field as well, but yeah, we'll have to pick up those bales and get those into the shed. But other than that, we're basically just going to be waiting until our barley and canola harvest kind of in the summer there. A couple more months and we'll be able to sell all of our soybeans from last year as well. So that should get us some pretty good cash. And yeah, taking care of animals and stuff, and probably do a bunch more product sales next month, get some more money in the bank to be able to buy some new productions and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely making progress and moving right along, but definitely still lots more to do. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon in the next one.